On the broadcast tonight, authorities concerned about spike in homicides taking place in the nation's second city.
The court hears more details of what happened on the night Shandy Cartwright was killed. We'll tell you all about it coming up in the Bahamas tonight.
Family members are hoping for a breakthrough in the mystery surrounding the disappearance of their loved one.
Now in HD. ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This portion of the news brought to you by BTC Every Day.
4 homicides in 10 days has authorities concerned about the spike in crime in Grand Bahama. Good evening, I'm Andrew Knowles.
And good evening, Bahamas. I'm Altaviz Munnings. Thanks so much for joining us. In the wake of the spate of murders taking place on the island of Grand Bahama, one of them involving a visitor, Assistant Police Commissioner Hewlin Hanna says authorities are working around the clock to solve those crimes. When asked if there was sufficient manpower to handle the load, Mr. Hanna said if help is needed, they will fill the gap.
The leadership of the Royal Bahamas Police Force in Grand Bahama is up to the challenge, dealing with all of the incidents that have occurred in Grand Bahama. We are extremely confident in what we see happening, and wherever there is a need for additional assistance, we will provide that. But at this point, Commissioner Greenstead is extremely pleased and satisfied with the level of policing leadership in Grand Bahama.
While there may be a concern about the negative implications the island's most recent murder may have on the rebounding economy, ACP Hanna said they're working to ensure a safe community.
We're not alarmists in the Royal Bahamas Police Force, and we recognize that there have been the challenges with the several murders, homicides in Grand Bahama, but I do not know that they will affect the vibrancy of the economy coming back in stream with the initiatives that have been highlighted by the government and by the private sector there in Grand Bahama. We recognize as a policing department that we have a responsibility, we have a role to play in safeguarding the community so that persons who are in business and who are involved in whatever else are safe to do so. And we are confident that we are doing just that.
Tourism Minister, the Honourable Obi Wolshcombe, is also concerned about this recent murder involving a visitor. Mr. Wolshcombe says tourism teams are on the island working closely with the victim's family.
My staff has been working now with the family ever since the incident occurred. They spent numerous hours with them, speaking with them, providing the condolences of the country and providing comfort. You're right, this is not the news we want to hear. But I'm wondering when we as a Bahamian people are going to wake up and say to ourselves and say to each other that enough is enough. I think we're not going to get to the resolution of the issues of this country until we join in a crusade and a fight. Because truth be told, it's affecting each one of us every single day. And it appears to me that we're only concerned when it affects us, or we're only concerned when it affects certain families. But when it affects other people, we're not paying attention. We're pretending as if it does not exist.
Crossing over now to court news this Wednesday, 2 brothers testifying in the Douglas Pratt murder trial today, detailing the events that led to them discovering the body of Shandy Cartwright on an Adelaide beach almost 4 years ago. Pratt is accused of murdering Cartwright, the mother of his 2 children, on November 22nd, 2010, and it's an offense he denies. Our Jim Anita Swain has been following the case and filed this report.
De Niro Ramming in the all-black testified that on November 22, 2010, around 9:45 p.m., he was at his Adelaide Village home with his family when he heard a knock at the door. Looking through the glass panels in the front door, Ramming said he saw a man on the porch bleeding from his arms and side. The witness told the court that the man revealed to him that he and his girlfriend had been stabbed and robbed by some men in dark clothing and that their vehicle had been taken. He said he let the man inside and told his mother what had happened. Ramming said he asked his brother to get a shirt which he used to bandage the man's wounds. He said he also called his other brother, Daniel Ramming, who is a police officer. The witness said he asked the man if there was someone he could call for him. The man gave him his aunt's number. Ramming said the police went to look for the man's girlfriend but did not find her. The witness said he also asked the man his name and age. He responded Douglas Pratt and that he was 23 years old. The witness said he told him his girlfriend's name was Shandy. Ramming said he, his brother, and family members decided to look for the woman with the view that she might still be alive if she was attacked. The witness said he and his brother discovered the woman's body on the beach. Not too far from her was a blanket, bottles, and a pizza box. He said she appeared to have blood on her chest and foam coming from her mouth. His brother Daniel Ramming in the pink shirt said he was at his Coral Harbor home when his brother Danero Ramming called him. He said he went to his mother's house where he observed a young man barebacked with both arms bandaged and with cuts to his shoulder. He asked what happened to him, and the witness said Pratt, who he identified in court, told him he and his girlfriend were on the beach when they were approached by a couple of guys in dark clothing who attacked them, and he said they both ran. At that point, he said he revealed to Pratt that he was a police officer. He recalled discovering the body with his brother on the beach. He said he checked for a pulse on Cartwright but found none. During that portion of his testimony, the victim's mother, Mary Cartwright, had to be escorted from the court because she was weeping. Ramming said what appeared to be blood was on the victim's chest and face. Both witnesses said Pratt had a low haircut at that time. The jury has been excused for the next few days while the defense and prosecution go through some legal arguments. They are expected to return next Tuesday at 2:30 for the case to resume. Jimenita Swain, ZNS Network News.
Relatives of a missing woman are hoping for the best as they continue their search for her.
Well, the 20-year-old has been missing for 10 months now, and her family is very concerned about her well-being. Their story tonight from Fern Carey.
A distraught mother is hoping to find a 20-year-old daughter who has reportedly been missing for the past 10 months. Princess Rule says when her daughter Karen Wilson went missing last year, she immediately contacted police and engaged the help of friends and relatives in New Providence and abroad, all without success.
Very concerned. Our world and our country is experiencing a lot of crime, and I'm concerned every time there's a dead body found or a missing person or people being shot and killed. I'm always wondering, is that my daughter? I just want to know that she's okay. I just want her to call and say I'm okay, even if she can't come. Just let me know that she's alive, you know.
Rose says her daughter is involved in a court case and was charged along with several others in the matter. She recalled the last time she saw her child.
The last day I saw her, she had been given bail, but we bailed her out of jail, and she was home with us for a couple days. And I went to work, and my mother went to the store in the morning and left her at home in the house. She was 20 years old. And when we came back, all her stuff was gone and she was gone, and we've not heard or seen her since. And no one that we know says they've seen her. No one has seen her. We've been looking for her. We contacted the police. We gave them a picture of her, and they've been looking as well, but no one has found her.
Rose says her daughter has dual citizenship and is a Bahamian American. Regarding concerns that her daughter may have traveled to the United States to avoid her court case, Rose explained that she has all of her daughter's documents, including her passport. Meantime, she says it is extremely unusual for her daughter not to contact her for such a long time.
She's never done anything like this. She's never disappeared and not come back. She's never gone and not contacted us this long. Never.
Now we spoke to Superintendent of Police Ashton Greenslade at the East Street South Police Station, who revealed that Wilson's grandmother reported to police that 20-year-old Karen Wilson was last seen on Eleuthera boarding the Bahingi back in June of last year. However, he said the grandmother did not report that Wilson was missing. Meantime, the 20-year-old has not been seen since. Fern Carey, ZNS Network News.
Post office operations resume following a delay earlier this week.
And students at Temple Christian standing up against bullies.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Shell Quality Fuels. Okay.